Here's the kitchen, day after demolition. That's the wall into the living room, door in the living room, door outside. That cabinet is going to stay. That's where the sink and everything was. That's where the island was. On the left is stovetop, 220, 110, and foam. That's the oven. And when we took the sheetrock down, we found some paneling underneath. And except for a ton of nail holes in it, it's actually in pretty decent shape. So that kind of presents a dilemma as to what to do with the paneling. I think the plan right now is to probably take that sheetrock off too. There's paneling under that. We also found paneling over here. That was sheetrocked over. Has a decent little piece of paneling, and it looks like about a fist-size hole right there. But what are you gonna do? So obviously they cut a big hole in the paneling to put this horrid door in. So that kind of toasts that. The idea though is that all this wall is going to be lined with cabinets. And so all that you would really see of the paneling is that run up at the top, sort of from about a couple inches below the beam, about where the door jamb is actually, and then up. And I wanted to buy some and put it up there just kind of as an accent, but it turns out we have it. So I think the plan is we're going to pull the paneling off, sheetrock, frame and sheetrock the wall, and then cut the paneling and just put accent up at the top. About, what is that, 18 inches? Yep, that's about 18 inches or something like that from about where the door jamb is up. Maybe we'll just like, cut right across there and then use that. And that's probably true on that wall as well. That's where the refrigerator originally was. And that's going to have cabinets up and a garage for appliances. So over here we've got switches for the garbage disposal and this is a light. Originally this was a light. Garbage disposal. I forget what those switches are for now, actually. One's a light, one's a garbage disposal, something else. So, original wiring from about 1959. We'll talk more about that later. Here's the plumbing. That's probably a vent right there, that piece of copper, because it goes into this cabinet here, or into the wall behind it. So probably it goes up into the roof. We could find out though by going on the roof. Okay, so there's your plumbing. So that goes down into the cement, into the foundation. That's the sink tie-in. Okay, so we have 3 water inlets. We've got one there. That's probably the dishwasher, I'm going to guess. And then hot and cold. Those two guys here, these copper runs, weren't attached, and I'm going to guess that those are the original copper pipes that put water in the house. Looks like they've redone the water at some point, so they're not using those. So I found this under here. It's a little safe, and I got it open last night. This was on the inside. And this was the side that I could see. It had these those plates right there were on top of that. So I was able to get the combination, and as you can see, there's water in it. And not much of anything else. I sort of pulled some goo out of there yesterday. So let's go into the garage. We demoed that bad boy too. Watch out for live wiring, please. Here's the double doors of doom. It's interesting, the door doesn't shut right after we pull the sheetrock off, which I thought was kind of interesting. Okay, so here's the garage. There's a trio of lovely motorcycles. All right, now this was all sheetrocked here, and we've pulled all that off. So that is, actually here's your post and beam construction, and that's probably a shear wall thing they put in there. So again, you've got original wires with some new stuff in here. There's your post and beam again, kind of sistered together for a little ways. Just a 4x4. And here, next to our post and beam, is a bunch of wiring going up into the ceiling. So it must run across the roof. We've got some termite damage here, which needs to get pulled out. I think I'm going to call the inspector back and have him look at it. That's the switch for the radiant floor heater. One on top is a doorbell. There's your radiant. So not really too much in this exterior wall. There's the window, and we'll get down to the panel. This window, I was kind of fantasizing about putting a door in here, but you can see at the bottom there's a gas line that runs across what would be your threshold, and it's on a what is it, a 5 or 6 inch sill. We've got across on the other side a sliding door. You can see it's built on top of the sill. One of the contractor dudes said it's not code to do that, but I'm thinking a little access door instead of this window. An access door to the backyard would be really handy for me to have. And you can see it's all framed in properly and stuff. It would just need to be moved. Maybe those headers shortened a little bit. And so here's more wiring coming down from this roof again, and down into our electrical box, which we've taken the cover off. Ain't that a pretty sight? Dios mio. So I'm going to pull the paneling off maybe today. And there's your original wiring. What does it say? Non-metallic sheath cable 14.3 type NM. 500 volts, looks like. 200, 500. Grounding wire, whatever. There's some more, that's pest. That's a faux beam that goes out to the front. You can see it just stops right there. So that's it. We demoed everything. Let's check out outside the garage. That's the kitchen right there. And these big giant bags. And the sink. A little white trashy of me to leave all that out there, but we had kind of a long day, so. Alright, that's it. Demo day 1. Now we need to do some cleanup and figure out the rest of it. Alright, later.